And my hair's so bad. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, look at that. I have a little bit of gray there. But I don't have so much hair. But it's here to the cut.
I can't help you.
Is it time to color my hair?
No, no. It's like, why, yeah? So yeah, we're gonna talk about chicken today.
Hey, Andre. Hey, Pico. And Pico, of course, says, winner, winner.
Chicken dinner.
Oh my gosh, I can see all the gray spots in my hair.
It's fine.
It's visible on camera. That's when you know it's bad. It's like a weird great white shark.
What?
You have the black and then you have the white areas. So
You just wanted to compare yourself to a shark.
oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, I need YouTube.
Your lighting's a bit harsh, no?
It's the white, but then because if we do
Black
the
shirts
super
kasi.
warm, yeah, it's the black shirt problem.
So yes, we will be talking about chicken. We're just waiting for others to show up.
I have tweeted.
Earlier, we were watching Busted. Oh my god, that show is such a
Yeah, we're only in the
Such a
second
joy.
episode of the new season, so
it
no
was such a
spoilers.
joy. I'd like to think my games feel like episodes of Busted
I think they make more sense.
because I'm like as much as possible trying to tell a serious story, and then the players throw.
But that's
All
the
these-
stereotype of all tabletop RPG sessions, right? Ooh, I need water.
Oh, right. Well, yes, Andre, it could have been a title, but admittedly, the winner chicken dinner is also very gus na sa term.
Yeah, you're balanced out now.
Insert Joey J for the chicken feathers. I always wonder about that because so you have fur, and
Mm-hmm.
then you have the fake fur thing that people now use because they want to be more conscious.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear the same thing when it comes to feathers. Because I presume feathers can be plucked without hurting the animal.
Hey, Karen.
Or at least they'd like us to believe that.
Oops. I'm
Hey,
just
Karen.
fixing my fasting timer.
Oh, I haven't set up mine.
We stopped right before 9. We're gonna
Yeah.
set it at 9.
I might as well start it now.
Yun nga eh. I figured then. Oh, but actually, it says you've
2
been
more
fasting
minutes.
for 24 hours. We resumed eating earlier.
I think 2:30.
Yeah, 2:30. Boop, 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 boop. We have Mitch to blame for today's topic. She requested this chicken disc. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm looking at old photos flashing on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Had so much more cheek. Well, so much more everything. I've actually already adjusted my target to 17.7 instead of 16.8. Because realistically, I 17.7.
Okay.
Except, of course, if we drink.
Which we haven't done in like a month.
Yeah, it's like I was all like partied out after New Year, and then there was like a rush to drink again. But you know, I guess Friday.
Mhm.
Add to the suggestion box cookies or pandesal. Well, pandesal I can sort of accommodate. Well, there are also keto cookies, but they don't. They have a weird texture sometimes. It's like not quite cookie, but
Mhm.
it's okay. I guess we should start.
This is Toby.
Oh wow, your hair is really bad.
See, I
There's
told
like
you.
this. There's this.
It's like
What's
super,
happening there?
super weird. Okay, this is Toby.
And this is. Can you not have this trailing out?
It's not. It wasn't clipped out. See, if it's all free, it's there. This is Toby,
And this is Rob.
and if it's your, I lost my line. See, I lost my line. I
And
can't
if
remember
it's
the
your
line.
first
Yeah.
time here,
And if it's your first time here, welcome to Baduy Pride, a little space on the internet where we talk about anything we want.
this is completely unscripted and not entirely accurate, but at least it's honest. Honest, we talk about everything and anything random live.
And if it's not your first time here, thank you so much for joining us again. We are talking about chicken in this episode.
Okay, to be proper, the full suggestion was the one about chicken. What is your favorite chicken dish from prep to table? So wow, this is it's
Oh,
a
that's a good
whole it's a
perspective.
whole thing. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, that gives us a lot of options where we can talk about chicken dishes we like to prepare versus chicken dishes that we like to
Hey,
eat
Noel.
and things like that. Hey, Noel. Chicken's always been like such comfort food for me, and I
And
think
Mitch has tried this.
I feel like I don't know. I can give up a lot of things, but then like chicken makes me sad if I had to give up chicken. I don't know. I like chicken.
So chicken is an interesting thing. There's that adage that everything tastes like chicken.
Yeah. I love the argument where everything tastes like chicken, then therefore except for chicken because chicken tastes like everything. That's like, especially when you talk about more exotic animals, like what does frog taste like? And they're always like, oh, it tastes like chicken.
Yeah,
Like,
it
really?
kind of tastes like chicken.
And then
Not as rich, but it kind of tastes like
I've never had frog.
chicken. We had crocodile.
Did we?
Yeah.
When?
Oh, this is just me. Yeah, it was just me. It
Crocodile.
was just me. That restaurant in Makati. And then there's
Noel
snake.
keeps hearing the bukak when I hear the word chicken and the chicken from Tropang Trompo. I don't remember. Oh, is that like chicken or
Yeah,
Remember
that's saying
when
chicken.
that used to be like a required class picture pose during my late grade school, early high school years. The photographer would literally go chicken, and then you're all like this.
I wonder if
So
someone,
I have a photo like that.
I
I look
wonder if
very
someone made
confused.
a compilation of all these. Because now it's like, well, actually, huli na rin to yung Korean heart. Tapos
Yeah.
yan eh. There's new ones na. So I wonder if someone ever made a compilation of that.
Of like all the things.
Yeah, all the Kuela photo, whatever posts through the years.
Well, it's like 2021, and I'm sure someone's still going to say, "Waki naman, waki,
Jump shot!
waki
Jump shot!
pose."
So, chicken, the eating kind. I think everyone's first encounter with chicken would either be fried chicken or barbecue chicken.
Why do you assume this? Why not soup?
Because birthdays.
But as a child, you probably had to like eat chicken
Without realizing
arroz
it.
caldo.
Yeah, without
or, you know,
realizing
yeah, yeah. So it's like the less exciting chicken variants. But yes, okay, we can accept that the birthday fried chicken
Might have
thing
become
is
your
one of
first chicken
earliest conscious chicken thing.
Mhm.
Okay. Admittedly, I've always had. I think my family is very big on soup. So
sorry.
soup's always coming.
Noel says it's derived from chica lang.
Yeah.
So chicken.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought it was like kasi madaling gawin. Chicken. Anyway.
Toby Abad, as the Tahanan Abads. It's a very different pedigree. I don't understand.
So going back.
Bak, bak,
So
bak.
okay. So we've mentioned chicken barbecue. We've mentioned fried chicken.
We haven't talked about us things we actually
Yeah.
cook.
You
Okay.
mentioned arroz caldo that has chicken.
Yeah.
What other common chicken things people have encountered? Tinola, of
Tonight,
course.
I cooked tinola before, just for dinner.
There are those who encountered pinoopong manok, which is the steamed chicken on salt.
Okay, I don't think I've consciously had that.
There's the pinikpikan, which is the worst way to prepare chicken. Worst in the sense that it's still alive and you have to hit it repeatedly because the bruising is
I don't know
what
this.
seasons the skin and meat.
There's of course like pininyahang manok.
Hmm.
So yay, pineapple in my food. So, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of like fruit in my savory. So okay.
Wasn't sinampalukan also? Or is that more like meats and not chicken?
I
Not
think
sure.
I don't know.
See, Noel says not pinikpikan.
See,
it's really a terrible.
This is why
it's a terrible
Noel does not eat meat,
Mhm.
because of things like this. Okay.
I don't actually. Are there other? Well, chicken. There's chicken curry.
Chicken curry.
Yeah, which
Okay.
is normally it's the green curry when it's chicken. The green or yellow curry, but it's
I
not
don't
the
know.
reddish one. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. The
That's
reddish
fair.
one tends to be meats, not chicken.
Chicken is a meat.
Yeah, but I mean the beef,
red meat, yeah.
the red meat.
Yeah, we talked about tinola and stuff. So, I mean, in terms of like things that we actually do, so obviously from a soup lover,
Mhm.
tinola's always been a thing for me.
Oh my God, we hit 10! Ah! Thank you, David and Edward, for batteries. Look at that.
Why does that make Tube Guy a robot?
Such a happy cube guy. Okay, that's enough, cube guy. And that is that.
Okay. Wow, Karen's like, I don't like the skin when in soups or when the chicken is swimming in sauce.
Mhm.
Well, in my keto, I mean, I think I didn't like the texture before also, but then in my keto life, I embrace it because I need the fat. So
Jay has added, sinampalukang manok is like sinigang. Yes, I remember there was sinampalukang manok. And I will admit also, as a child, I did not like the skin. I liked the skin if it was fried chicken because it's breaded.
and my nose is itchy. Okay.
But if it was just skin, I found it yucky. I didn't like the texture.
Well, the texture is like kind of close to like
Scrotum.
fatty.
Because it's like the skin with all the, goosebumps. Back to you, Rocky.
Here's Toby trying to ruin chicken for everyone. All right. Ethan. Wow, thanks for joining the stream today.
Thanks for joining
and
us.
mentions chicken binakol. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think I've tasted a variety of like coconut milk based
Mhm.
chickens. I'm not sure about the specific titles. Buchiron. Oh, okay. All right. Mitch asks, red meat or white meat?
I never understood what makes one or the other.
Well, dark meat or typically dark and light. It's really the texture and the taste. So dark meat tends to be more flavorful. So things like the drumstick.
Is it because mas maraming blood vessels
I
or
don't
something?
know
I mean,
the technical
Well, that-
aspects of it. Or the white meat, of course, is the breast and the wing.
Mhm. Or is it just like, when you talk about the cow, when you say sirloin and stuff, it's just a chicken, there's just basically a term for...
Yeah, it's just different parts of the chicken have different qualities, and I guess it's because the chicken legs are the most exercised part, and so it's a
Possible.
different texture and stuff. But it's also more flavorful. I am confused about my like for white meat. So I generally like the breast and stuff, and then if we go back into my family history, it's because my sister always calls dibs on the drumsticks.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of I kind of grew up appreciating what was left. And then, so it's, all pun intended, it's kind of chicken and egg, where I'm not sure if I always
Chicken
like...
egg.
I'm not sure if I always like white meat or did I learn to like white meat because my sister always got the drumsticks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing. But I don't mind because I think sometimes I don't like if it's too flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it in our tinola only because I need it for the broth, and so you end up with the more flavorful parts.
Mm-hmm.
The breast is just like flavor resistant, and then it's so hard to like season it.
I have a similar story in the sense that um, younger years I
You
was
eat
super
whole
choosy.
chickens.
But younger years I was super choosy. I only wanted the drumstick, of course, because the drumstick is like king. Um, and then it okay. So dad used to have a poultry in Lipa, and the poultry meant we always had lots of chicken. And this leads to, of course, us fighting over chicken whenever we would have chicken. And
My siblings.
yeah, and that fight one day leading to my dad getting angry because we were all trying to grab the chicken. That he was like, "Tama na yan! Tigisa kayong manok! Be, magluto ka pa!" So my sister's crying, my brother's crying,
Toby told me this story.
and
like,
me, I'm already
in
there.
the first month we started going.
So the plate's in front of me, and I'm like, and I start peeling the chicken and eating it. Minutes pass. My mom, of course, tells my dad, oh, tama na yan, tama na yan. Patulugin mo na yan kasi may pasok pa bukas. So my brother leaves the table. And then my sister's there also crying. And then, oh, Popsy, Tracy pa. Kawawa naman eh. So Tracy leaves the table. So there, sila crying and eating. Minutes later, mom and dad have left the table. And sometime in the middle of the night, mom goes, what? Si Toby! So they go back to the dining room and they see me there. And it's a plate with bones. And I'm like, I'm sarap. So since then, I learned to eat any part of the chicken. And I admittedly, I've grown an affinity for the butt because it's nicely crispy and ano, and very flavorful without bones. And I still enjoy the wings. The part I always find hard to eat happily is the neck.
Hmm.
It just feels weird to.
It's surprisingly
To eat the
meaty, but it's a
Yes.
lot of skin.
Mhm.
So if you don't like chicken skin, then yeah, I can understand the
Mhm.
neck is a problem.
The neck.
Don't ask why he has it. He just has this thing.
Because
he
of
just,
the egg.
he just collects these things.
Look. If you look carefully, look. Yeah, the yolk. Where's the yolk? There's the yolk.
No, it's the entire egg. It's
Yeah,
not a
see?
yolk.
There's the yolk.
No, it's meant to be an egg. It's not meant to be like the egg white. It's an egg. It's literally an egg. It's not the yolk. Why must I explain this to you?
Okay.
Okay. Relevance to how close it is to the bone, I suppose, for red meat, if that's really the thing. Roast chicken of Tita from the Turbo Broiler. So, Toby, yeah.
Oh, that's what we forgot. Adidas.
Okay, we're going to get to that. Yeah. I wonder how long we could talk about chickens. Noel, do not challenge us. We can keep going.
In fact, we can even ask, so what makes it a chicken?
Let's define what a chicken is. Okay. Is the rib part red or what? What I think rib is dark meat.
Because
If I'm
that's
not
where
mistaken.
the breast meat. I guess they're talking about this middle part.
Yeah, that's why I think it's
Yeah.
more dark meat than the breast talaga is the
Mhm.
easiest to define white meat.
And then, of course, I'm sure you grow up with the wishbone thing. No.
Yeah, I
We're
know
in-
what the
Yeah, but
wishbone thing
Because
is.
no, just in case it's not a common thing. Because
It
that
did feel distinctly Western.
and that made part of having a whole chicken always exciting. Who gets to be the one to try to pull and break the wishbone? And if it breaks in your favor, you get your wish. And my wish was always that I win the wishbone game. So it's always planning for the next wishbone.
Mitch is like, next episode, the one about eggs. Okay. Jay recently learned to appreciate the neck, spicy leg. No, I've not I've not heard of.
Mm-hmm.
I gained greater affinity or appreciation for chicken necks when I ended up buying them for Yoshi.
Mm-mm.
So we switched before, in the last year of Yoshi's life, we switched them over to raw feeding. And chicken necks were like one of the most substantial things to give because it was like crunchy. It hit his requirement for bone.
And
And then also,
it wasn't the dangerous bone.
yeah.
Because chickens, the bones are dangerous because they're
Hollow.
yeah. So
Despite these flightless bird
they
things.
can hurt the dogs if the bones break when
But
they're
the
eating
neck's
it.
fine because
The
it's
neck is
tiny
nice,
bones,
yes.
and then they just
Mhm.
crunch through, and it's nicely meaty. Of course,
Isaw. Oh my god, I forgot to mention
Amos
isaw.
contributing. Does an omelette count as a chicken? No, because that's an egg. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. Karen, of course, tried to throw in the which came first, the chicken or the egg. Evolution says a proto chicken came first. That eventually leads to certain because it survived, its characteristics were passed on.
Mhm.
Creating
Unless you say the egg came first, it just didn't. It wasn't from a chicken yet at that time.
We're not gonna go here. All right. So, Jay says you only learned about the wishbone thing from a fast food commercial.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I learned it from like American movies or something. Like, oh, it's the wishbone.
Wasn't it from Cindy's? Because Cindy's was the chicken place, right?
Okay, we have different memories of Cindy's. Okay, when I think about Cindy's, I remember the fast food stall already, not an independent restaurant. And then we went to see mom at work, and then we ended up going to the food court for
Mhm.
lunch. And when she asked what we wanted to eat, I don't know why. My sister and I, our answer was new lunch. We wanted to try something new for lunch,
Mhm.
and she got damn. I'm pretty sure it was a fritada,
Mhm.
and that became. Then we was like, oh, this is great, and we never remember having it before for some reason,
No, that's another chicken dish.
and then it became new lunch.
Mm.
So later on, we'd be like, what do you want for lunch? Can we have new lunch?
That became the term for it.
Yeah, it became the term for a while. So it's just funny. And I'm pretty sure it's afritada because it was from Cindy's, because it was a chicken dish. I mean, I could be wrong. It may have been caldereta and it wasn't even chicken at all.
Mhm.
But, it was like new lunch, new lunch. So funny things.
Karen was asking, why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side is the
Mm.
very corny answer. And I think it took years of puzzling to like appreciate the subtlety of that joke.
Mhm.
Mitch now has the answer that it seems the chicken came first because it's the first episode. So we'll have to wait for the egg episode to justify that fully.
Good
All right.
answer. That's a good one.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
going back to the food, what do you recall to be your first chicken dish? Recall, not necessarily what was factually your first dish.
I don't know. It was probably I like someone pointed like anyways, it was I think in terms of conscious chicken, I think it was probably a chicken nugget,
Mm.
right? Probably a chicken nugget. So
That freaked me out when I
what?
found out chicken nuggets came from those
Pig slime
the
thing?
pink goo thing.
Mm,
That was like a very rude awakening for me.
the joy of processed food.
Because now I wanted to get the pink goo so I can like spread it on my pan and cook it and see if I can make chicken pretzels or chicken wheels.
Of course, Toby goes in a completely different direction about what you would expect
Because
for this chicken
can
revelation.
you imagine if they sell it like that, like in a container, like a mustard container?
Toby celebrating the
And then you,
existence
like,
of pink slime and its
squeeze.
potential for shaping.
So you can like make a burger, but you'll make chicken rings around your burger. Oh, diba? Exciting.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Chickens.
obviously, we haven't talked about adobo manok, which is
Mhm.
fairly pointed out. But I gotta admit, I'm really more a pork adobo than a chicken adobo
Mm.
person, only because chicken adobo meant more bones. And then it's like, well, that's a pain. And of course, pork just adds something to everything. Yeah. Of course, now Mitch asking, will we have an episode about pork? I don't know, Mitch. You're the one to put this in the queue.
We probably will.
Probably will. Mitch is I think in this later period, Mitch has contributed topics like at least every week. Before it was Pico. Pico, there was a Pico
Mhm.
period where so many Pico topics, and there are many we still haven't addressed. But yeah, now it's the Mitch period. Lots of Mitch topics. Okay.
Andre shared the table, which it seems to be explaining the difference between white and dark meat. White meat contains about 10% red fibers. This is why the chicken is lean and mild in flavor and dries out easily if overcooked. Dark meat contains 50% red fibers and is found in chicken legs, more flavorful and juicy. So that seems to be the reason behind it.
All right. Then, okay, we gotta talk about Chicken Joy. So, I mean, like Chicken Joy is like a super, super Filipino thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I appreciate Chicken Joy, but I feel like I haven't been as crazy about it as some people are.
Mm-hmm.
And weird thing is, especially when it comes to Jollibee, is that I like the burger steak gravy more than the Chicken Joy gravy, and it's annoying that it's different
Yes.
because the Chicken Joy gravy is like really liquid, and then like the burger steak gravy was thicker, and that for me was more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But I will still feel like the superior fried chicken fast food experience for me will still be KFC. I really like KFC, but I can't have it anymore. So or and this is the travesty of my keto life because I have to avoid the breading
Mm-hmm.
because that's obviously not keto. Then there was one time we were at an event and then the catered, well, not catered, but the food provided to the
Mhm.
guests was Chicken Joy. It was a one piece Chicken Joy.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So we didn't want to be rude,
we
but
were
we
gonna eat,
but
but
we
I
still
was
had
on
to eat.
keto,
Mhm.
so giving my rice away is easy. I couldn't even risk the gravy because I'm pretty sure it's thickened with like cornstarch or
Yeah.
something. So I took off all the skin and gave it to Toby.
Mhm.
So it looked like, and I know a lot of people talk about how they'll take the skin off and eat it later. I just took it off and
Mhm.
gave it away, and I only ate the meat. It was not a fun experience. It was like, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I've never been a fan of the spicy chickens,
Mhm.
the spicy variant, and I guess it's just a flavor palette sort of thing. I'm okay with KFC original recipe and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. How about you
Um,
in the fried chicken world?
so of the chicken, I really liked. Chicken Joy is not among them. There's the fried chicken bucket from Pizza, Shakey's.
Oh, shaky chicken's
Yes,
good.
because then it comes with the mojos, and that was just a beautiful pairing. It felt like you had mojos, which was nicely covered potatoes, and then you have chicken, which is nicely covered chicken. So it had this nice balance of flavors to it and the
I miss
spices.
Shakey's chicken.
Um, there was Kenny Rogers Roasters,
Okay, that's not
which
fried chicken.
which was good prior to its new ownership. When it first came out,
You also believe that? I also believe that there
When
was
you-
like a point that
yeah,
Kenny Rogers changed,
the
and then
the flavor profile shifted to something that was more chemical. In the taste.
chemical.
I mean, you could tell that it was very artificially enhanced in terms of flavor compared to its original.
And then
one.
it got worse when they introduced the sweet roast
Yes,
because it was a more quote unquote Filipino palate
Mhm.
chicken. And they're like, oh my god, what's happening to this chicken? So Kenny Rogers got very sad very quickly. And then I swear, the mac and cheese changed flavor also and was no longer as fun.
for a time, I was happy also with the McDonald's chicken. Not that it was particularly better than the Jollibee chicken. I don't know. I guess I found it easier to order, and I was more happy with the flavor. Um, but yeah,
But I feel like when it became chicken McDo, I don't know, like something happened again,
Mhm.
and then they tried to make the batter more. They tried to make the breading more flaky, and I
Mhm.
guess to give it a distinct experience from Chicken Joy, which made it like a lot of like flour.
That's
Like, I
what-
think you could really taste the breading.
yeah, that's when I shifted to the chicken fillet.
Oh,
Because one, it's cheap, and two, it's like a flattened chicken McNugget.
and it just kept getting smaller, and then you knew it was weird when it was like $50 for a chicken fillet
with rice and a drink.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. There's a bunch of chicken skin discussions. Um, and then Karen points out the 7-Eleven chicken was good.
Yeah, the 7-Eleven
In the
chicken was
convenience store chicken wars, I think the mini stop chicken always comes out like on
good.
top.
Yes,
Only
mini-stop.
because it tastes very close to Chicken Joe.
And they were more generous with their gravy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then there's like there was, oh crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my god, there was mini stop, there was 7-Eleven. Oh, then the thing I always missed, like that made me remember, was like Texas chicken.
Mhm.
Because when it first came out in the 90s, Texas chicken was huge. It was like their pieces were amazing and like you really think mutant. So no wonder it died out for a while. I forget if it's back or not.
Family Mart had okay chicken. Not particularly good.
I wasn't really eating convenience store chicken by that point.
And then, of course, there's Pancake House.
Oh wow, Nigel's like 7-Eleven chicken equals Wendy's chicken. In
not
terms of
sure.
flavor?
That's possible.
They
could have been
to
a
think
supplier.
about it. I have to think about it. Okay, but
there, Andre says buttermilk chicken kasi yun sa mini stop. Kaya masarap.
Karen's like mini stop chickens are chickens on steroids. The pieces are quite generous too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think it's fried chicken is in my past, guys. I can't. It's not worth. Well, at least breaded fried chicken. So I can still have Max because Max is just deep fried with the skin on, and then they don't bread it. So then it's still keto enough for me. Mitch earlier was asking for people who have done the Max chicken all you can. How many chickens have you eaten? I forgot we did the math. I think we ate 2 chickens between us the one time we went or something, or a chicken and a half, or right? I know we count because they serve them in quarters, and I was keto by that point, so I didn't have. So obviously, rice was not a problem for me. I didn't have rice, didn't have soda.
I think we had 3.
Did we hit 3?
Yeah, I think we had 3.
I wouldn't have been surprised. But yeah, then it was because then it was just like seriously eat chicken and
avoid the soda because that expands your stomach. Avoid the rice because that just fills you up.
Just eat chicken. It's kind of sad, but that's how it is. Okay. And then then there's I can't verify whether or not there is a similarity in supply chain between Wendy's and 7-Eleven. I used to think they used to argue that there was a similarity in supply chain between Mini Stop and Jollibee. So I don't know.
So let's not forget there are also the others. You have.
I never understood Bonchon.
Yeah.
Blam.
Then there's JJ's Manukan. There's
What's the JT's?
JT's Manukan. And then what was the one which my sister was going crazy over when she could smell it in the grocery?
Shopwise.
No, not Shopwise.
No, it was literally the Shopwise chicken.
Was it the Shopwise?
It was the Shopwise chicken. Chicken. And then the one time we went together, we couldn't. No, we ended up at like Mang Cesar or something. But it was like the first stand we saw down the street because there was no more Shopwise chicken, and she was so sad. And like between Andok's chicken and Baliwag, what did you like more? There is a difference. Andok's was more flavorful, but I guess my white meat leaning palate enjoyed Baliwag because for the very reason it wasn't as flavorful as Andok's. So
that makes sense.
It was a thing. For Korean chicken and beer. Yeah, Bonchon's just weird. SNR chicken. Actually, I don't know. There's something about SNR chicken that it wasn't amazing. It's like it's kind of sad. Or maybe it's because it's a staple of so many parties, and by the time you have it, it's been sitting in that plastic bag for a while. So then it's like not the happiest chicken. But it's not bad. It's not bad. In terms of like supermarket chickens.
So Jay shares, Bonchon just introduced a different flavor profile from the typical fast food chicken.
That's true. But
it's sort of like how, what's that pancake place? IHOP. that everyone went crazy over.
Okay, that everyone went crazy over because it's an American brand,
Yeah.
not because it introduced a new flavor to pancakes. And pancakes are not even the best thing out of IHOP. Not that you really should think of a best thing out of IHOP. Because IHOP is a greasy spoon, okay? So when you go to the US, nobody is excited to go to IHOP. It is like, oh, I have nowhere else to go. I guess I'll end up at IHOP. At least it's not the Denny's, you know? That's where you are in the tier of like, where can you eat?
Sorry,
We don't have a chicken.
don't have a chicken sound.
Okay. And then people talk about Chooks to Go. Actually, I've been super late on the Chooks to Go train, and then now they're super yormy in terms of their sponsorship. So all the more I'm not going to eat Chooks to Go. I think the one time I tried, it tasted a little sweet to me. So then I'm like, ooh, probably not keto. So that's also my worry now with a lot of the rotisserie chickens. When I can taste the sugar.
Yeah, they've all gone.
I can taste the sugar.
They've all gone super sweet compared to before. And I mean, before you'd have the chicken.
God, we're just
which
talking
is
about
yummy.
chicken dishes at random.
But then you would have these plastic bags that have mangpamas and whatever other magic mixes they have, and that's where the sweet stuff comes in. But now the chickens themselves are cooked to be sweet, and that's kind of sad.
Okay, Mitch, of course, has the site Hainanese Chicken, or if you want to be full Singaporean, chicken rice.
Mhm.
And I super love it. And then McCormick has a weird chicken rice mix to add to your rice cooker rice,
That was good.
which did add a nice gingery flavor to it. I super fell in love with chicken rice when I started going to Singapore, and then keto happened, so now I can only have Hainanese chicken. So the lady looks funny at me when I'll order like like half a chicken, and then it's like half roasted, half white, and then she's like, "No rice." I have to explain. Yes, I just want the chicken. Okay. Nigel asked about, are we going to talk about Hot Star? We can't. We've never eaten there.
Yeah.
To be fair, Toby used to bludgeon chicken breast fillets with a mallet and pan fried them.
Yeah. To
And
flatten
then-
them out.
And then
so
we,
they cook
I guess,
evenly.
indirectly, we sort of ended up with a Hot Star experience without breading. But wasn't that the only gimmick? That Hot Star was pretty much a giant chicken nugget. It was a flattened out piece of chicken.
What's Hot Star? Where's it from?
It's a local brand, but then they were like
Oh.
they were known for serving chicken that looked large because nga, it was like a giant fillet mashed out and then breaded. So it looked like, for me, it just looks like a giant chicken nugget.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I don't know. We never actually ate there, so sorry. Yeah. Hainanese chicken though. I will go for that. And then I've never tried making it, especially now because I can't have rice. Then it's like sad. It's just sad. Okay. Chicken dishes we actually make. There's Toby's originally turbo broiler chicken, which is the family recipe, which is now baked, roasted in an oven, and we have it once a week.
Yeah. So it's marinated overnight. It only has 5 ingredients, to be specific. 4 pa nga yata eh. Wait. Soy sauce, pepper, salt,
Calamansi.
That's it.
Chicken.
I mean, yeah, but in terms of what you add,
Yeah.
just those 4 seasonings. But it's pretty good.
I'm glad I can still eat it in my in my keto life.
And I think a large part of the challenge was finding that sweet spot and cooking it, because
But not literally sweet because I can't have sugar.
cooking chicken is hard when you want to make sure every part is cooked.
That
And-
is true.
And it gets really frustrating when, everything looks great, it looks beautiful and brown, and then you cut it bloody, it goes back inside.
Microwave!
Yeah. I don't like microwaving chicken.
Because it dries it out.
Yeah. And it also makes it rubbery.
Mm.
So,
And Mitch admits that our chicken postings inspire this topic. Yeah, we literally have the chicken once a week. I have no regrets. But at least I can still eat it. So that's fine. And it's like, and Toby makes a whole thing. It's like with vegetables and whatnot. It's a big spread.
our other constant chicken dish is Rocky's tinola. which
Also once a week.
he prepares it with green papaya, which sometimes, because it's been a while, the papaya is not so green anymore.
Hey, to be fair, we it wasn't that long. It was just that it was the last papaya in
Yeah.
the supermarket.
There's
like-
a war going on with papayas in SMR.
Yeah,
People are probably doing the same dishes.
and I'm definitely more green papaya than sayote.
Mhm.
So it's a thing.
That's for you, sister. So
Every time I say sayote, that comes out.
for you, older sister, to be more accurate. Um, we we haven't really tried other dishes. I know there was a time we tried doing
Yeah, before Toby
Um,
would have all these like I'd
adobo,
fried chicken fillets,
fried
and
chicken.
then I used to do curries.
Yeah, but
I probably still can though. Actually, without the potato keto,
Yeah.
the curry is still quite keto.
but that's the thing. Curry is really good with potato and rice, so that's why
That's
it's not
true.
as fun to eat when it's alone.
Yeah.
And then even without those, the curry itself, parang you want to add the thickener so that it's more substantial. So again, that goes against keto. Adobo naman has the same problem of
I have never mastered adobo.
Hmm.
Only because and I say this in the sense of because I want an adobo with a lot of sauce. I always feel like I end up dissolving most of it away,
mhm,
and then it's like very dry. So actually adobo is not something I've ever been comfy cooking.
mm-mm,
And if I'm gonna make adobo, I'm gonna make pork.
yeah.
Mitch is asking chicken sandwich here or nay. I'm on keto, nay. but growing up, my staple McDonald's order used to be the McChicken sandwich. I love the McChicken
Yeah.
sandwich, but I also recognized over time that it was annoyingly not available starting 10, 11 p.m. because they no longer have enough fresh lettuce or they don't want to serve things with mayo, whatever. So you can't have you can rarely have a McChicken sandwich
At the later.
during the 24-hour delivery window. Then you end up just getting a regular burger.
Mhm,
But yeah, I used to have the chicken sandwich all the time.
yeah.
But now I can't. Are there other chicken sandwiches you like?
So my mom also used to make a homemade chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
So it's onions, some garlic,
Probably some celery.
celery, mayonnaise.
Mustard.
I think a little bit of cabbage even.
Mm.
Definitely lettuce. Then chop it all. Salt, pepper. I think a dash of paprika. But that was yummy.
Karen asked, "Do you remember Tom Sawyer's fried chicken?"
Yeah.
But admittedly, Tom Sawyer, I better remember it for the kalyos because it's the first place I
Mhm.
ate kalyos knowing what it was and enjoyed it. But yes, Tom Sawyer's chicken was great. Sauces you dip your chicken in. Ketchup.
I like the Max creation of
Ketchup and Worcestershire.
yes.
I wanted to say Worcestershire.
That was always good.
Toby say
Uh,
Worcestershire.
No. You already said it, so I don't have to.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
And then what else?
To be fair, when eating Max's chicken, it doesn't make sense to me to eat anything but banana ketchup.
Mm,
It has to be banana ketchup versus. But then my sister is like a tomato ketchup purist and only has tomato ketchup more often than not. So it really depends. But yeah, but like in terms of like a consistent thing for chicken was always like tomato ketchup, especially when growing up, my dad would turbo broiler chickens, and then that would become my baon at school.
mhm.
And then it could come with a little packet of McDonald's ketchup or whatever fast food ketchup we had at the house, so that I could have something that wouldn't be dry. But man, that was a dry chicken. That was like it was in the turbo too long. I don't know. It wasn't marinated. It was just that was a harsh chicken. That's the kind of chicken that doesn't make it like white meat because that was rough. Oh, anyway, sorry. All right. How about any other sauces of note?
I lost my train of thought.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, and Andre's like, yes, I have a default order in many places, Andre. Actually, I'm very, very boring that way. And then when I decided to get on keto, it narrowed my restaurants even more. and then I have standard orders there as well. So
Mhm.
it's really my keto life is a lot of eating the same things over and over and over again.
Mhm.
It's not bad, it's not a terrible thing. There are days that I'm like I want to try something different, but majority of the time that I try something different, I am either disappointed because I didn't like the flavor, disappointed because it turned out I can taste sugar and it's probably not keto, despite it should be, or value for money wise, I'll always feel another restaurant would have been better. And
Mhm.
this is why we eat at Sariwan once a week because it is still super convenient, affordable for what we do. But it's because we stick to a standard order. People with default orders are not boring. Well, I don't know. I don't think your food choices define you. What? Side dish with chicken? Or do you mean side dish?
Yeah, side dish.
Trying to speak Mitch here. Okay. Kenny Rogers made me enjoy mac and cheese with chicken. But since I'm on keto now, I don't think of side dishes anymore except for a salad or
Mhm.
broccoli and cauliflower. And more often than not, I can't even risk it. Because more often than not, people will serve it like, can you serve it with vegetables? And they'll offer me like corn and carrot. And like, screw your corn and carrot. Carby vegetables. So I can't. Do you have a chicken side dish preference?
So growing up, when we used to do the turbo chicken, Yaya Baby would always include. So there's a baked potato. That's the
Ooh.
potato wrapped in foil with butter and cheese. If not baked potato, or in addition to baked potato, there would be the corn and carrots that she would prepare.
Corn and carrots.
It wasn't even canned corn always. Sometimes it would be the roasted corn that she would with a knife,
Yeah.
cut
That's
out,
cool.
which was so yummy. So there was that.
I'm sorry. Do you miss corn?
Sometimes.
I've denied you corn and
And
potatoes.
then there was always a salad in our family. We were really into vegetables, even young. Um, so either it's homemade coleslaw or it's a green salad. And that's when we have fun with the dressings. Outside of home, I wasn't really picky with the sides. I think the only time I really was excited with sides was the early roasters period because that's
Yeah.
when cornbread and you get to choose.
When Kenny Rogers first launched, it really made a big deal about the sides, and I think it like trained everyone to think about sides for
Yeah,
your
the
chicken.
meals you had would have a certain number of sides to choose from, and then there would be that selection, and you would find yourself sometimes sticking to something, sometimes trying something different, or sometimes you'll see something new. Oh, yeah, I'll try that, and then you won't like it. I never liked their beans. They used to have like sometimes
Oh,
the beans as a side. And,
I like the pork and beans.
Mhm,
Yeah, we like that.
okay.
We're a pork and beans family, and then the pork and beans but tasted distinctly American
Mhm,
initially.
mhm.
So I guess that there's the flashbacks of our time in LA and getting into that, but not so much now. Everything changed when the ownership changed. It's like everything changed. I don't care. It's roasters. It's not fun. I don't regret moving away from carbs. Okay, so
And then there's the um, I guess you could say the street food versions of chicken. Everything from isaw to I forgot the name for the there's Adidas, which is chicken feet. There's isaw, which is the intestine. There's one helmet, which is
the head.
The head.
Wow.
Because the blood doesn't.
I've never had the head.
Because the blood was not chicken blood, if I remember correctly. It was pork blood,
Mm.
and that was Betamax. But then, if you think about it, there is also the non-street level chicken feet, which is the Chinese chicken feet.
My grandma always had chicken feet, and I always in my younger years I couldn't understand all this effort to eat like skin. It was only later on that hey, this isn't bad, and I don't mind. I miss chicken feet, but the way it's prepared in Chinese restaurant is obviously sweet.
Yeah.
So no more chicken feet for me.
And then it kind of freaked me out when some barbecue places started having, like you can buy a stick with it's all pork. I forgot the name. They would have a
No,
name
yeah,
for
I
it.
saw
And
that.
then you can buy ano that's all parang that the wing tips or something. I don't know. But it's interesting that they've done that sort of thing. What else? Chicken. I'm trying to think of the more because like so Thai chicken is basically curry.
Thai, yes.
The curried chicken.
Mm.
But it's still
But there's
different.
also like chicken pandan.
Yeah, nga, that's still different from chicken pandan, which is it's roasted or steamed, smoked, then wrapped in pandan leaves.
Mm. Karen's like, I have no patience for chicken feet. Yung nga, it's not about filling, it's about flavor. But that means the chicken feet is really a delivery system for the marinade that it is steamed in.
And I think chicken feet, kasi it's not really meant to be filling. It's an appetizer.
Yeah, it's dim sum. It's
Yeah.
a small plate, so
Mhm.
it's really not a main thing.
Are there chicken
Here we go.
filled dim sum?
Huh? What do you mean?
Because I know dim sum's usually pork
Pork and
beef
shrimp
or
and
shrimp.
oh, like
But
a
is there-
dumpling.
yeah, is there a
I'm
chicken-
sure there is,
I
but
don't recall us ever having a chicken dumpling.
yeah, only because also there's sometimes there's chicken shawmai, but yeah, I think it's also because it's scary to just steam chicken.
Yeah.
Like I mean, compared to like pork, so then it's like ooh, bigger chance of salmonella. I don't know. Yes. Chicken-
Jay shares,
Ma-
I miss LB's famous proben.
What's LB? What's proben?
Los Baños, I presume. UPLB? I don't know.
Unfamiliar. But when you say LB, wouldn't you, weirdly spell it out as ELBI, which is more letters, LB, So, um, Chinese restaurant offer chicken feet as a dim sum, yes. And then,
Mitch shares, parang
remember-
inasal place yung yellow and red wrapping.
remember when like chicken inasal things became big? First, it was really Bacolod chicken, and
Mm.
then it wasn't even unlimited rice. It was just Bacolod style chicken became so popular,
Mhm.
and you could go anywhere. And I would always get pecho plus breast because big piece, and it came with a wing.
Oh, Los Baños nga.
Well, that's Kino, so I don't know if that is Jay's
No,
answer.
yeah. Los Baños.
Okay. But what's proben? Is it proben what? Okay. Yeah, and then what other chicken things? Chicken nuggets are tricky because I always felt, especially when I started like earning my own money, that chicken nuggets are nice, but then the cost of like McDonald's chicken nuggets is crazy compared to like a one-piece chicken and things like that. Like it didn't really make sense to me. But it's really you're buying the distinctness of the flavor.
Mhm.
And so that's why I was happy when in that limited period where I was on eating corn, QUORN. So I was on slightly shifting to not eating actual meat. Corn nuggets, they're not chicken nuggets, were great. And they were like, it was a good nugget experience. But then when I switched to keto, a lot of corn products are not keto. So can't have them anymore.
Best lechon manok.
Oh, Jay finally explains. Proben is street food. It's an inner din similar to the likes of gizzard. It was only in my older years also that I learned to appreciate the different like gizzardy parts of chicken, especially that adobo which has like the heart and liver. And I don't know, it's
Oh my
good
God.
stuff.
So proven is essentially the proventriculus of a chicken, dipped in cornstarch and flour.
Wow, that's not keto. But it's a sweet meat again.
Yeah. And that is the narrow glandular first region of the stomach between the crop and the gizzard.
Wow, you can eat any part of a chicken. Best lechon manok. So I guess Andok still gets a lot of votes. Again, like I like I honestly like baliwag chicken, but now I don't know. I don't. I just Toby's roast chicken is the best. Oh my god, we're still talking about chicken.
And then we have to go now to the other chicken expansion. So like chicken sausages. Always found those weird.
Yeah, I think in general, processed meat based on chicken
Just feels
rarely goes out
yeah.
well. It's like canned chicken meat is strange.
And then wasn't there a
Chicken sausages are
yeah,
disappointing.
wasn't there a time there was like parang a chicken ham? Do you remember
I
that?
don't remember a
Parang
chicken
there
ham.
was a canned
I know there was like
Mukha
there
siyang
was a
spam.
chicken tocino.
Yung mukha siya,
Remember-
yeah, meron din chicken
We tried the
tocino.
chicken tocino, but
Yes.
the tocino thing didn't stick to the chicken, so it was just strange.
Mhm.
Mitch, yes, you do have to try Toby chicken. If we have a game night again, we will prepare chicken.
Mhm. Although, whenever I prepare for others, I panic and then it gets weird. I always have a
Yeah, he'll
Problem.
have a reality show meltdown in the kitchen. No, it's ruined. It's ruined. It's wrong.
It's
Or
not cooked
when it
right.
comes out, it's not cooked through, and then it's gonna go back in the oven.
yeah.
Chicken luncheon meat. Yeah. So you
See?
see, weird. It's weird. And then my sister had to deal with it, especially when she went to Singapore. Then obviously there was an avoidance of certain pork
Mhm.
products because of the diversity of cultures. So there's just like a lot of chicken, and it's like chicken sausages and chicken everything, and like
Mhm.
it's not as fun. Yeah.
And then there's those scary places that talk about chicken tartare, which no.
No thanks for the raw chicken.
There's what else? I think that's pretty much it. Strangest chicken I ever cooked was it was a ROTC event where I had to do a turbo manok using a fita fan.
Oh, one of those types.
Yeah, because I used the fita fan as a pressure cooker. So you marinate the chicken, you place it in the container, you keep it over the fire sealed, and once it pops open from the pressure, the chicken's cooked.
Mm.
But that has the tragic story of the chicken being the one we brought to the university, not to school, to Don Bosco, and I befriended the chicken.
You gotta stop making friends with the animals you're going to eat.
So it was sitting on my lap during class, and then we were told we will be taught to dress the chicken, which excited me at first
Is it not a shirt? Not a chicken outfit.
because I was already imagining what people wear, and then I had to break the neck. So yeah, it was a learning experience for me.
Mitch asked the controversial question of chicken sisig, yay or nay?
That one.
I feel like I'm just eating ground chicken.
I feel it's fake food.
And then they load it more often than not, like especially Max. They load it with mayo
They load it with mayo and
or
chilies.
some cream sauce.
Because
And then it's
parang
like-
they're trying to make up for the fact it's not flavorful.
because
It's
it's chicken, and then I'm sure they use white meat or weird parts, and I'm sure there's some cartilage mixed in, but it's just not as fun. And then the whole point of sisig is the offal inclusions, and I don't know if that translates well into chicken
Mhm.
sisig. So not a fan.
I mean, I think the chicken sisig would work if they didn't use the chicken meat, but if it was mostly wings, isaw, and like
Maybe,
because then it would be super rich.
and be a very
Ano,
interesting
yeah.
flavor profile.
Mhm.
Wow, Karen's like, chicken ba yung turkey equals chicken? Isn't it a chicken is a chicken that is stuffed into a turkey and then
Oh,
cooked?
I don't
And then hence there is a turducken, which is a turkey stuffed with a duck, stuffed with a chicken. Then it's a multi-layered monstrosity. Blame America,
So
ladies and
Mitch,
gentlemen, for things like
Mitch
this.
shares bakit walang sinigang na manok. As mentioned, the sinampalukan might be the closest thing.
Okay, and I grew up with a very clear delineation of soups. Sinigang is baboy. And then nilaga is beef.
Mhm.
Tinola is chicken.
Mhm.
And never shall they mix between for some reason.
Oh, I forgot. Afritada.
Afritada is chicken.
Yes.
And it's like, that's it. It's like, I don't like mixing my meat. So.
Which is different from menudo.
Oh wow. Wait, Noel's like chicken sisig was way better than bangus sisig. Oh, that's true.
That's true.
It's like
Bangus sisig
how do
feels
we
like
ruin sisig further?
yeah.
Let's use fish.
Yeah, bangus sisig was like you overcook the bangus, isisig na lang natin para hindi halata. Um, we skipped Jay's question. Your top three favorite non-fast food chicken dishes.
Oh, I definitely like a chicken curry.
Mm-hmm.
So a good chicken curry, especially a green like a Thai curry. Ooh, that's good stuff. Um, then it's not keto. Can't eat so many things. Before, like for example, I would always go for an oyakodon. Like when we first learned about Japanese top rice, and then we were mainly ordering from Tokitoki at the time as kids. My sister would always get the katsudon, and then once I found out there was chicken, I'm like, oh my god, I like this so much better because it was softer than the pork.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like my main logic, even though it's breaded, but it came out softer. And it made more sense with the egg that they put on top.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the yakadon. And then ooh, Mamonlok chicken mami.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I did,
Yeah,
right? We went
yeah.
to Mamonlok.
We
Like,
did.
I was like, did I bring you to Mamonlok?
Yes, because I had suicide.
Yeah, Toby was just happy about the soda. And then I was just trying to, oh my god, the Mama Nook experience and trying to explain to Toby, yes, I'm going to put the Shopao sauce into the mommy because it only makes sense this way.
Karen shares chicken karaage. Yeah,
That's fun. That's
always
fun.
good.
We used to always get when we would go to what's it called
Oh my
ramen
God.
place? Ramenagi.
Yeah.
And then we would order the whatever 5 spice chicken, but it's so it annoys me because it's an odd number of pieces.
So Noel adds, have we covered Savory's chicken?
Or as some people argue, savory. I did not grow up eating a lot of savory chicken. I mean, it wasn't like a thing for us.
Yeah, same here.
I'm sure we did, but it wasn't like super celebrated.
What we celebrated were the chicken lollipops.
Oh,
When you make those little drumsticks using the chicken wing.
and then now we think about amber chicken lollipop. That's pretty good, and
Yeah,
it's a
that's really
hybrid of like multiple sticks brought
Mhm.
together. It's also very not keto. I give myself one lollipop, and I regret it, because that thing's breaded. That's super breaded.
Mm.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. I'm suddenly missing Mamanlok. That's sad.
I guess two.
Lumpiang Shanghai, chicken mami, and then the darn shopa with the very leathery skin.
There's the pastas and pizzas that use chicken.
But I'm just reconstructing the sentence.
Yeah, some pastas have shredded chicken.
Like
in
a
them.
chicken Alfredo.
Yeah. And then some pizzas went for that barbecue chicken feel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love.
Angel's Pizza, for example, had some of those.
Or no, I remember we used to get that yellow cab. That chicken that came with the lime. The pizza that came with the lime, and then it was a nice Southwest flavor.
Mhm.
I
Those
miss
were good.
pizza.
Those were good.
I can't have pizza either. Uh,
So yeah, so I think that kind of covers it because there never was, or if ever there were, they weren't successful. Chicken desserts. There's a lot of egg desserts,
chicken dessert.
but chicken as a dessert, they never really succeeded. Because there are sweet, almost desserty.
True, there's
Other
candied bacon, but
Yeah.
you've never heard of a candied chicken.
Yeah, there's the candied bacon. There's the what was that? That 80s 90s snack that was the shredded dehydrated meat in a foil packet.
Are you talking about floss?
Parang ganon. Yung parang floss na. Panahon yun ng mikmik at ng milk candy.
Jay's asking, how do you feel about wings? I used to underestimate wings, but then wings actually have a lot of meat.
Mhm.
I still don't go super crazy over it. like only eating wings.
I don't like chicken wings that don't have bones.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
They just feel strange. Yeah, they suddenly feel like fake wings when they're like that. So
I mean, like in my pre-keto life, when we moved to BGC, we started ordering from Frankie's a lot, and then it turns out they have a salted egg chicken.
mhm.
Oh my god, that was so good. Now I can't eat that either. Noel says he likes Shakey's chicken more than any other fast food chicken.
Mhm.
No, Noel, that's a totally valid thing. Shaky's chicken is great.
Yeah,
Shaky's
Shakey's
chicken is totally awesome. I mean, like it's just that, and it's a different flavor experience than KFC. So
And-
I love both.
and I liked it more than KFC because KFC.
KFC
Parang-
needs the gravy to sell.
Yeah, because KFC the breading was so airy sometimes.
Yeah, then it's like Umay City. Like there's a
Mhm.
point that it's like, oh my god, especially for eating a bucket. It's
Hence,
like, it's a lot.
oh my god. Mid shares chicken wings of buffalo, wild wings, lemon and pepper, Asian zing is good. Mhm.
I don't think we've eaten at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mhm.
Okay, then chicken nuggets is a dessert.
Okay, we have to talk about chicken nuggets. When chicken nuggets came out, I was just amazed. And then
because
because
the chicken, did you really think like these were actual chicken parts and there's a boot and then there's
I
the
loved how
square?
it felt like it had the crispiness of fried chicken, but you could just fry it, French fries it,
Fry it as a verb.
and then
For a person who doesn't like French fries,
yeah, I don't like French fries, but chicken nuggets had what made French fries fun, but it wasn't French fries. And then chicken nuggets had the added bonus of not being bad if they were old,
that's weird.
because
but
fries
die.
when fries are like blah.
Or in
They're like
in fast
sad.
food speak, naglaps na po.
Mhm. And then there was the joy when I think it was a family thing, but we kind of had found the source of chicken nuggets, so we could
Mm.
buy from them wholesale. And suddenly, nuggets! Which is why when we saw the pink paste thing, I was like, oh, okay, now I want the paste. So
Did you? What was your sauce preference for chicken nuggets?
barbecue sauce.
Definitely the barbecue.
Yeah. I never liked the
the,
honey,
the sweet and sour.
Yeah, it didn't hit me
It was
right.
very sweet. It's very very sweet.
Mhm. But I like chicken nuggets with sour cream.
Oh, that's
It
interesting.
was just hard to get that.
I just worked with the sauce and then tried to optimize my nugget eating experience so as not to run out of sauce for the 6 nuggets in the pack.
Mhm.
My sister has more quirks about chicken nuggets. I'm not allowed to get from her chicken nuggets. She must have all 6.
I don't know what that feels like when you're not allowed to get from someone's food.
You should know how it feels like. You're not supposed to get from my food.
So it's not just
With-
not just your sister's
with-
quirks.
With the related, if we have portioned the food, eat your portion. Ever since I went on keto, Toby is more likely to like transfer food to my plate. And like, what are you doing? It's like you need to eat more. And like, but you're also not eating rice. So we're eating the same. So stop giving me more food. It shares chicken biryani is good, especially if I cook. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've hit an hour na. So
Chicken popcorn.
mangingitlog na tayo.
I feel like chicken popcorn crosses the threshold of too much breading per chicken. So then, like, especially like KFC fun shots and hot shots,
Okay. That's what chicken popcorn
right?
is. Okay.
Then it's like, no,
I always feel it's a lot of just breading.
And-
And then nahawa na lang yung chicken flavor. So
okay, and it's like chicken dregs. It's
Yeah.
whatever was left over on the chopping board.
so it's the bangus sisig of the chicken world.
The bangus sisig of the chicken world. But there's chicken sisig. Wouldn't chicken sisig be the
No,
chicken sisig
because
of the
chicken sisig is still above bangus sisig. Yeah. So if bangus sisig feels like
But you
na-overcook mo
cross
yung bangus,
into another
Yeah,
animal.
the
It's not
overcook
about
mo yung
theory.
bangus,
It's about
so you'll make it sisig na lang.
analogies. That's not how analogies
So
work.
chicken popcorn is, ito yung mga tira-tirang chicken. O di, ganun mo sa cornstarch. Chicken popcorn na yan. Yun yan.
Yes, we've been talking about chicken for an hour. My gosh.
Oh, we've never had pies.
Chicken pies?
Uh,
I had a keto
I
chicken
mean,
pie.
at the most, we've had.
I've had a chicken
We've
quiche.
had a fast food. You've had a quiche. I've never had a quiche.
Yeah, then I've had a chicken
Or
pie.
the pot pies.
Oh my god, empanada.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Red ribbon chicken empanada.
Empanadas are good.
That was super like half the time we would want to order, then the red ribbon in the neighborhood had run out of empanada. So when we would order, we'd order like a huge box and we would devour it in the morning.
Yeah.
That is my favorite chicken empanada. Red ribbon chicken empanada. Can't have it anymore. Because that thing was it was obviously a pie and it had potatoes. This was like Carb City.
So there.
See how much I've given up for keto, guys. See how much just for this.
I remember the chicken patty of KYC, like chicken sandwich between chicken patties. Ang sakit sa bato. Okay. Yeah,
I assume KYC is KFC.
I think so.
Okay. Unless it's like know your customer. KYC. Oh, Noel, no, I can't eat empanadas anymore. So I used to love red ribbon empanadas, and that's it. I accept. But KYC is know your customer. Oh, Karen says they accent na. Yeah, parang the last few times we checked, it's like gone. It's like I don't know why. Why would they get rid of what is obviously one of their best products?
They probably
Crazy.
They probably had trouble keeping the pastry going. There was probably a formula that they can't redo anymore, or they lost their orders.
Or it's just not cost effective. Because admittedly, as the years went on, the empanadas got smaller, and then the price also continued to rise. So it's an expensive thing. Chicken fajitas. Let's go Mexican. Chicken. So chicken fajitas are fine. You don't not in a burrito. It doesn't make sense to me. Burrito is beef. What are the other variations?
Tacos.
Chicken taco? No. I don't know why fish tacos are such a big thing, but no. Okay.
Well, fish kasi it captures the spice as well. That's why it works as a taco. The fish nicely hinihigop niya yung salt and yung ibang seasonings. So it works with the high flavors of a Mexican profile.
So the disappearance of empanada, you know what this means? We can only blame Jollibee. It's like everything changed when the ownership changed. And then they just focus on cakes. Screw you. Okay. Yeah, so that's a lot of chicken. I can't. What are other things? I don't know. What other
I think we
chickens
covered it all.
Oh, kebabs. I love chicken kebabs. And that's why it's still in my life when we're eating because of thanks to like Uncle Mo's standard gaming fare.
So is chicken kebab different from barbecued chicken just because it doesn't have the sauce?
No, I think it is.
It's both open
Technically,
flame.
you can argue it is a variation of a barbecue chicken in terms of cooking method. But obviously, because of country of origin, flavor
Different,
profile
yeah.
is very different. Yeah.
I guess that's it. I don't think we have anything else left that we haven't touched on.
Yeah, but in terms of like chicken that we actually prepare, it would have been a very short episode because it's just Toby's roast chicken, my tinola,
And then the
and then the
previous
occasional fried stuff.
the occasional fried stuff.
Or like I mix it. Sometimes I'll use chicken fillets in my very keto cabbage stir fry, whatever. Which is really just putting different keto friendly ingredients in a pot or wok, stir fry, and enjoy.
And then if there are any leftover chicken, I would strip them of the skin, shred them, and then I would mix them since they're already cooked with an omelette. So that's pretty good
That's fun.
because it becomes a very hearty omelette.
Versus like using a canned chicken. I cannot. I feel like most, if not all, forms of processed chicken, at least that you get in the supermarket, rarely turn out well. Because I know that exception could be things like chicken nuggets and chicken patties for like chicken, the McChicken sandwich. It's very different.
Yeah, Mitch, that blending chicken breast and vegetables and drink it. Uh,
If you want your food to be liquid, I don't know why. I don't know. You are interesting.
it's a scary, scary thing that people sometimes do with food. But I guess
I missed my last step
it's
interval
it's thanks
talking about
to
chicken.
it's thanks to experimentation with food that we have found a lot of
The top of Katya's egg kind of looks like the top of his head looks like an egg, justifying this shirt.
But I guess that's all the time we have for this topic, which we did not expect to hit an hour with. But we still had a lot of fun, and we hope you'll join us again next time.
If you have questions or suggestions for future episodes other than Mitch, then feel free to fill out the Google form at bit.ly Baduy Pride. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Mitch, for this topic. When we saw it, we knew we were going to talk about it. Okay. You can follow us on Twitter, @AltoBinoShade, RG Sunigo.
You can also check out our blog, baduypride.com, for all the previous episodes and stuff about us.
Please continue the conversation in the comments below. What are your favorite chicken dishes? Which chicken restaurants you wish were still around? And do you agree that Kenny Rogers changed when the ownership changed? Tell us more. And then, of course, be sure to subscribe for notifications, whether on Facebook or YouTube, so you don't miss our next live stream, which may be tomorrow because we don't have a game, so we'll probably go online.
We'll figure
see.
out what we'll talk about. Well,
Not eggs. Not yet. It's too soon. Too soon for eggs.
Yeah, possibly something geeky again.
Yeah.
Since we're
Was it not geeky the way we approached this darn chicken? I'm glad we didn't try to define what a chicken is. That's my life. All right. Once again, I'm Rocky.
I'm Toby.
And this is Baduy
Pride. Thanks for watching.
The whole time this thing's with you.
Please alive.
Good night, everyone.